Hi, I'm Sheila. Welcome to my channel. And today I'm gonna do a contour or bronzing of my skin video. Reason why I say bronzing of my skin, a few people have told me that it's not contouring, it's actually bronzing, which they said they like it. But anyways, you take it for what it is. I call it contour, you can call it bronzing. I see it both ways. But anyways, this was a requested video from someone, so I'm gonna come in today and show you how I contour or bronze my skin. Okay, but first of all, before I get started, I want to show you some tools that you can use. Okay, you can use whatever tools you like, but I'm just gonna show you some options as to what kind of tools I personally like to use. But what you decide to use is up to you. Just whatever will work for you, use it. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is the Real Techniques contour brush. Looks like this. All right, yeah, I know everybody know how this brush looks. Okay, this is very good in my opinion to just bronze the area underneath the cheekbone. I think it's awesome for that, and as well as up under the chin area. And also you can kind of like contour the nose, but you do have to kind of go back in with a brightener and just kind of straighten out the lines. But I think it's personally the best for using underneath the cheekbones. And you can use it across the forehead if you want. You can use it all over your face to bronze with if you really want to. This is also good for the highlighting part. Wherever you like to highlight the areas of your face, this is also a good brush for that. These are my favorite brushes. It's the Real Techniques brushes. Love them. The next brush is another Real Techniques brush. It is the sculpting brush. It's actually made for, you know, bronzing or contouring the face in a sense because it's got that angle on it. So it'll be perfect for, like I said, right here underneath the cheekbones. And what I mean is applying the bronzer, whatever type of bronzer, whether it's a cream or a powder. Personally, I think this one is better for a powder bronzer. And you can just put that bronzer up under the cheekbones and even use it on the side of the nose to slim the nose. You can even use it on your temples or forehead. So yeah, this is a good brush to use. Brush is good to bronze up with. It's just a regular powder brush. I have actually two. I have the ELF powder brush and this Precision Beauty brush here. Both of these are very wide. You can actually bronze up your skin really quick and fast with these two brushes. I actually can use a cream bronzer with this ELF powder brush, but with this brush I can only use powder. So yeah, as you can tell, I've been using this one, so I'm sorry you guys, but I just wanted to show you what brushes I usually like to use. So these are good. Another brush that is good is like a stippling brush. All right, looks like this. This one is just a 6+ brush that I got online from Amazon or eBay. It's good for just actually if you want to kind of blend out the bronzer and you don't want the bronzer line to be noticeable. It's good for that, and it's also good just to apply the bronzer in the areas that you want to contour. Okay, so I like a stippling brush for that. Another thing that is good is actually brushes like this, which is I forget what you call these brushes, but this is an RC Cosmetic brush. You can actually, it really gets a defined line underneath the cheekbone, and even you can put some bronzer on your forehead, temples, even underneath your chin. This is good for just application, actually applying the product to the areas where you like to contour. Now it's good for blending out the contour underneath the cheekbone and even onto the nose if you would like. You know, it just depends on the person, but I have used that before. Another product would be this right here. Is actually two brushes from 6 Plus. This one right here is kind of flat. I think it's a flat eyeshadow brush, but you guys, this is perfect for contouring the nose and even underneath the cheekbone. Like, I've used this many times in tutorials, just to apply that powder bronzer onto the side of my nose to make my nose appear smaller, and also to apply bronzer underneath the cheekbone. So it's just up to you, but this I do use. This is another one where if you don't want to like a round powder brush, it's similar to the Real Techniques contour brush. It does the same thing. You know, you pretty much can contour the whole entire face, but it's really good for underneath the cheekbones and on the side of the nose. And it's also good to apply highlighter. Okay, so that's a good brush, and I like that. The next product is a fan brush. This one, I can't remember what this not an ELF, but I think it's a Shiny Cosmetics fan brush. And this is good to apply a light coverage of bronzer if you use it right. Like, you can just, you know, add your bronzer wherever you like and just dust it on your face very lightly and get a light bronzy, you know, finish. So I do like this brush, and I really recommend that brush as well for those days when you just want a nice bronzy look on the face. Now I also use a foundation brush if I'm using a cream foundation for bronzer. I use this to apply it to the areas I like to bronze up or contour. So yeah, foundation brush comes in handy. And then I like this ELF Flawless Concealer Brush. This is a brush that I like to use to straighten out the bronzer lines. If I feel like the bronzer line is too strong, I'll take a powder or translucent powder or something, and I'll just clean up the areas to make them look a little bit neater as far as the bronze lines. And also I use this to highlight my nose here so that the bronzer can look, so it make my nose appear smaller. You know, it goes together. You have to lighten this area. You don't have to, it depends on the person. For me, I like to do that. I like to brighten the center part of my nose, or the bridge, the center part of my bridge all the way down. And then when I say bridge, the bridge of my nose right here. And then also I like to go on the side and clean up my bronzer line. Or if I have too much bronzer on, I like to use this brush just to clean it up and, you know, take some of that bronzer off if I have went too far with the bronzer or put too much bronzer on. The next brush I want to talk about is this brush. This is new. I haven't even hauled this. This is one product that I forgot to haul on my other channel, but this is the Cherry blush. I think it's a bronzer highlight brush, but it's beautiful. I haven't used it yet. It's new. It's perfect for underneath the cheekbone, even up on the forehead, the temples, on the nose, the entire face. I can use this brush to bronze with a powder. And it does come with this bronzer highlighter palette. So since we done got done with the brushes, let's go ahead and go into some of the bronzing powders or palettes I like to use. This one is by that same brand. This brush came with it. Okay, it's the Cherry bronzer and highlight palette. Now, first of all, I show you this right here. I'm gonna let you take a look at it. Uh-oh, my nail got in it. This is the bronzer, of course, and then you have a pink highlighter here. And then you have a more iridescent type of but glowy type of you know, highlighter. Depends on your skin tone and what you like. You have a choice of 2 highlighters and a bronzer. This palette right here will be very good for a fast bronzing. I like little palettes like this when you want to hurry up, just speed up and get everything done. I love this palette. A few more products I like to use is the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Foundation Stick in Coconut. I love this. I can actually apply this using the product. Just apply it here, there, on my side of my nose, and just get a brush and blend it out. So that's a good contour product. It's foundation, but it's beautiful as a you know, as a bronzing method. Okay, the next product is the Couture Get Corrected CC Cream Foundation. Alright, this is a CC foundation. I do like it. I've been using it a great bit, but this is how it looks. Uh-oh. Dang, I forgot that was loose. Oh my God. Okay, it fell out again. I'm sorry, I forgot that falls out. But this is a cream foundation. It's a CC cream foundation. I do like to use this. I do like to use this to bronze up my skin. So yeah, okay, that's another product I like to use. Another one would be my Black Radiance Soft Focus Finishing Powders in Creamy Bronze Finish and in Milk Chocolate Finish, okay? I've been using these lately. These are my newest products. This one in Creamy Bronze Finish, I like to use when I want a natural bronzy look. And then when I want that real deep, sculpted type of bronze look, I use the Milk Chocolate Finish, okay? So that is 2 products I've been using as well. Now, you also can find like palettes like this that have blushes, but sometimes they'll have a beautiful brown shade that might be really good for your skin tone to bronze with. So you can have your bronzer and your blushes together. This is the Beauty Treats Matte Blush Palette, and it looks like this, and I can use this as a bronzer shade and also as a blush just to bronze up with, okay? So I just want to mention that sometimes you can find palettes like that. Here's another little palette. Well, I got some more. Then you can find some cream foundation palettes. Like this one is a Sasha Cosmetics cream foundation palette. Looks like this. Of course, you see that there are some highlighting shades to use. So if you want to do the highlighting and bronzing method, you could use this palette. And then you see you have the bronzing shades here. You have a choice of colors. So this is good for highlighting and bronzing, okay? The next palette is a palette that I got from Amazon or eBay. I used this a lot back last year and this is so beautiful. This is the bronzing shade, and then you have some highlight shades here. This was very reasonable. I forgot how much I paid for it, but it was, I think, less than $5. But anyways, yeah, you can have palettes like this, of course, to use to highlight and to bronze the face, so, or contour the face and highlight. So yeah, you can use that method, okay? Another method, hold on for a minute, I didn't even bring it. Hold on. This is one of my favorites. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. Looks like this. I love this palette. I love the mirror. This is how it looks. It was, I think it was $46 from Sephora, and it's worth every dollar. Okay, it's a wonderful contour palette. You get 3 highlighting shades, then you get 3 bronzer shades, so you have a choice to use according to your skin tone. This is definitely worth the money. I love it. So you can tell I hit pan on this color here, and I'm almost about ready to hit pan on this shade here. So that's a good contour palette. Okay, all right, and then I have one more thing that you can use. I know this is long, but I just want to show you a few options to use. You can use eyeshadows or brow kits to contour with. Yes, you can. This is a Beauty Treats Perfect Eyebrow Powder Kit. Looks like this. Okay, and you can take a few shades out of here, like this shade and that shade. I could highlight my face and bronze my face as well, or contour my face with these 2 shades. Okay, and if I wanted a little bit deeper tone bronzer, I can mix this one with that one, or mix that color with this color. It just depends. Okay, so yes, it depends on your skin tone, but you can use eyebrow kits to contour or bronze up the skin. You can do that. It can be single eyeshadows or whatnot. It doesn't matter. Just whatever works for you. Now, with contouring or bronzing up the face, I like to use like either a powder that brightens my under eye area. It can be a translucent powder like this Real Colors finishing powder, or it can be a mineral powder like the Femme Couture Mineral Effects in Fairy Light. So I do like to highlight my under eye area when I want to do like a great bronzing of the skin, or bronzing of the face, or contouring, whichever one you want to call it. But yeah, it's good to brighten up certain areas of the face if you like. Now, and I always have to have illuminators. Okay, I'm going to use this L'Oreal Paris True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator Blush and Highlight. Now this one is the one I'm going to use. Is for warm undertones, and this one is in the shade Golden. Alright, so this is how it looks. Okay, so I like to have a highlighter to go on top of my cheeks, or on top of the blush, just to bring out the contour on the face. It really does. So it's important to me. And then you also can do this. Like you can get an illuminator like this and mix it up with your foundation, or apply it to your face, or either just grab a little bit and apply it on certain areas of your face to highlight your face, and it also sticks out the bronzer that you apply to the face. Now this illuminator is called, it's so pretty, I love the decoration. I got this for Christmas. This is the Your Best Friend Love Dove Heavenly Highlight Souffle. Love this. Yes, I do. So yeah, you can do that. And as far as blush go, I love illuminating blushes as well. I've been using Honey Baked Blush. It's in the shade 05 Luminoso. So it's just this beautiful, beautiful peachy color, you guys. Looks so beautiful, but yet so light on the skin. It's just a beautiful color, natural color for the summer, and it looks beautiful with a bronzy look. Okay. And then I've been using lately the Rimmel Stay Blush Liquid Cheek Tint. This one is in the shade Touch of Berry. That's what I have on my cheeks right now. And I do like this. It looks good with a bronze look on my skin. So I have this on my cheeks right now. Okay. This is a new product. So, okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. And also, don't forget to set everything. I got the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Spray Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray that I'm going to use after I get done bronzing my face. All right, what I decided to do today. All right, what I decided to do today is I'm going to do one side with powder, like a powder contour, the way I do it. Now, I'm not saying that I am a professional with this bronzing technique. I don't get into the deep contouring. I just bronze the way that I've been bronzing from day one when I first started doing makeup looks, okay? This is just the way I do it. I don't get into the in-depthness or the strict or very made up contouring where you add powder or add liquid highlighters here and there, and you know, and the bronzing lines everywhere. I just don't do it that way, okay? I just do it basically just a simple way of doing it. I try to keep things as simple as I can. But anyways, I'm gonna use powder bronzer on this side, okay? And the powders that I'm going to use for today is going to be my Black Radiance Soft Focus Creamy Bronze Finish and the Milk Chocolate Finish. I don't know which one I'm going to use, but if I want an in-depth or a real strong bronzer, I will use this. And I think I'm going to use the Creamy Bronze Finish because I've been using this shade for a while and it looks very natural, but you can tell I have bronzer on, but it looks very, very natural. So I think I'm going to use this one. And then for a liquid type of contour, I'm going to use this Femme Couture Get Corrected CC Cream Foundation. Alright, this is all drugstore stuff. This is in the shade called Chocolate Truffle. Okay, I'm going to use that on this side of the face. And normally what I do is with the cream bronzers, I do go back in and set it with a powder. So I will let you see how it looks just with the cream foundation. But I always think that you need to set it with a powder. You don't have to if you don't like powders. You really don't have to. But for me, that's what I'm going to do, okay? And then everything else as far as the highlighter on top of the cheeks is just something that's very simple or whatnot. Everything's simple to me. And then the Real Colors finishing powder I would use to straighten out my contour lines on my nose or whatnot. And I might even use the Very Light mineral powder with the Real Colors finishing powder, translucent powder. And so yeah, so let's go ahead and begin. All right, I know this video is long, you guys, but this is going to be very fast. All right, so this is the Black Radiance Soft Focus finishing powder, okay? And it's in the creamy bronze finish, okay? This is how it looks. So you can tell just by looking at it, it's just right for my skin tone, okay? You can always need to look at your skin tone and you can decide what bronzer is better for you. Like get a shade or two darker and just go with it, depending on how much you want to bronze, how you want to bronze your skin. It depends on how you want to bronze your skin. Do you want it to be very noticeable? Then get 2 shades darker. If you just want if you just want like a natural bronzy look, then just go 1 shade darker than your natural skin tone. So I'm going to use this one. And so yeah, let's go ahead and begin. And the brush I'm gonna use is actually a brush that I love to use, and it is this powder brush. Now you also can use the ELF powder brush, but I will be using that for something else, okay? But I'm gonna use this right here, this regular powder brush. It doesn't matter what kind of powder brush, just whatever, okay? So first thing I do is I like to start with my forehead, okay? So I'm going to put some product on. As you can see, it's going to be like a more of a natural type of bronzing look on my face. Now I'm doing my forehead and going towards my temples, okay? And I'm pushing it up towards my hairline, okay? just like that. And I know your hair can get all, you know, full of bronzer, but hey, this just looks better, and I just clean that up, you know. But it looks good if you push it up towards the hairline, just like that. See how that looks already? Looks natural, but you can tell I have a little bronze. Look at this side of my face with the bronzer. Look at this side with no bronzer, right up in here. There is a difference, okay? But it's just a slight difference. So this would be considered the natural bronzy look. Okay, take some more product, get up under the cheekbone, and blend up towards the blush if you have already applied it. Just like that. And if you have like somewhat like a shaped face like mine, like down here my face is long, okay? I kind of have a oblong type of facial shape. So if you ever want to apply a product to your face and help your face to look a little bit lifted, to lift up your face, all you have to do is apply some bronzer to your brush and bring it up to the temples. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. Okay, don't worry about the highlighting part. I'm gonna clean that up. But yeah, I can tell now that my cheek this side looks a little bit lifted just by looking at this cheek and that cheek already. So you can see my bronzer here. It's like a C shape here. Okay, right here. Now what I'm gonna do, like they always say, it's like the number 3, but I call it a C. And then I'm gonna take a little bit bronzer to slim my chin area, or the area underneath my chin. Okay, make it look a little smaller. I'm gonna grab this product or use this product on the brush, this bronzer, and I'm gonna apply some on this side, right underneath this area. Now you can put some on your jawline if you want to. I do sometimes I don't. So I just apply just a little bit like that from the ear, well, a little bit below the ear, right where the jawbone begins. Just add some bronzer, and then just whatever you have left, bring it on down the neck, okay? Just like that. There it is. Now that's a simple bronzing technique. It's not, I mean, anybody can do that. That's just how I do it. Just very simple, easy. And that's the way I like to do it. So yeah, there we go on this side of the face. Now I have to do this side of my nose, okay? I'm going to use this brush right here, okay? I love this brush, and I use this one side. I'm going to use the same bronzer. Okay, I'm going to grab some of this bronzer and just apply it right here on the side of my nose. Now they say go all the way most people like to go all the way up to the brows. I don't like that. I like to go just right here to the corner, like right here where the inner tear duct of my eye. I like to go no higher than right there. That's as high as I'm gonna go with it. Now if you feel like going higher than that, then you can, okay? It's all up to you. There we go. Now, of course, I'm not going to leave this like that, okay? I'm not going to do that. So what I have to do is I have to blend it out, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, let's see, where is that brush? I'm going to grab this ELF Flawless Concealer brush, and I'm going to use, actually, this shade called Femme Couture Mineral Effects Fairy Light. And I can easily use the translucent powder as well, but I'm going to use something where it be quick and easy and fast to clean up. So I just take just a dab of that product, like that much, okay? And I just go, see how that, now look at that. Look at me cleaning that up, that line. And I just go right here on the side, and even right here where the center part, or where my inner corner of my eye is. Put some of your powder that you're gonna highlight with right here, because it just kind of makes your nose look a little slimmer if you just take a brightening powder and just clean up that line just like that. Now I'm gonna go on top. Look how much that has been cleaned up, because it was literally down here, like it was down here, the bronzer. Okay, now look at my face. All right, so I'm still gonna take a little bit of that off because I can still see the bronzer line. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of that powder and just go on top of that bronzer. Look at there, but not remove all of it. There we go. Now you can still see the bronzer line, but it's not like in your face, you know. It's still just enough to make your nose appear smaller. Okay. And then I take a little bit of this highlighting powder here, and I apply it right here in the center part of my nose, and it will even enhance the bronzer line on the side of the nose. Sorry for the kids, you guys. They're out playing. Sorry for that. I can't be sorry for it. It's summertime. Kids gonna be outside playing, okay? Alright, so just highlight the center part or the bridge of the nose, and that bronzer is going to stick out. That bronze line is going to stick out whether or not you make it really, really bold or you just kind of blend it out, okay? So that's how it's looking on this side. That's how it looks compared to this side with nothing on it. One more time. Bronzer side and no bronzer on this side. Okay? I will zoom up, you guys, but for some reason my ceiling looks blue. My videos lately have been looking blue, so I don't think it'd be any good for me to zoom up, because I did a few videos and my videos looked blue, okay? And I've got to, you know, talk to someone about that. I don't know what's causing it, but anyways, I'm sure you can see this. So now what I'm going to do, because I have this bronzer on this side, I'm going to go ahead and straighten out this highlighting part, because it kind of cuts off right there where the bronzer is right here. And I'm just going to make it look a little bit more, just clean it up just a little bit. And I'm going to use the translucent powder for that, because I put a lot of that highlighting powder on. So I'm going to use the translucent powder, and I'm going to take this brush right here. Well, no. I'm going to take this brush right here. It's a 6+ brush, pencil brush. I don't know what you call these, but anyway, they're really good to have. And I'm just going to kind of blend. A lot of times I just bring it down a little bit lower, and it kind of makes it look like it's just highlighted right up in here rather than coming out here. And sometimes you have to remove some of the bronzer. I have done it before. I'll come back and fix that. I know that that line right there is bright in the bronzer line, but to be honest with you, I don't it doesn't bother me. The thing is, I don't like for it to be cut off too much right here on the center of my cheeks or the front portion of my cheeks. Back here, everybody knows that it's bronzer, okay? But you can clean it up. You can, and I personally can clean that up better with my concealer, you know, but I didn't bring any concealer. Concealer is always good, but actually I'm going to have to grab this highlighting powder. That's just what I'm going to have to use. And there we go. See there? Just kind of blend that bronzer down and it won't look so apparent. The bronzer line is what I'm talking of, or speaking of. That's what I'm speaking of, is the bronzer line. Or if you're still not satisfied with that, you can bring your bronzer in just a little bit. But once I put the highlighting shade, and I'm fixing to do that, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator Blush Highlighter. I'm going to put that on the top parts of my cheeks. So I'm going to use this 6 Plus brush here. Swirl all the colors together and apply this highlighter, and it kind of like helps out with all of that look of a two-tone look or something. It really does. Then I apply some right above my eyebrow just to give a little glow up there. There we go. Then you have a little glow, little bronziness going on. So yeah, that is it for that side. So let's go ahead and do the cream side, or the side, my left side, where I'm going to apply the Femme Couture Get Corrected CC Cream Foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna apply this with this foundation brush. Okay, I'm gonna get this one comes out, but I'm gonna grab this product here and I'm gonna apply it here. And it doesn't take much, it just depends on how you want your bronzer to look. Okay, underneath the chin or underneath the cheeks, just like that. See how I'm putting it on? See how I am putting it on? Okay, and then I'm gonna grab some of that product and put it right underneath, right there on my jaw bone line, and right up under that area underneath the chin, just like that, kind of like blending it out already. Okay, just like that. Then I'm gonna apply it right here on the side of my nose, just like that. Doesn't matter if it's straight or not, because I'm gonna fix it anyway. So this is how this side looks with the cream foundation. Of course, like I said, it's a little bit deeper than my skin tone, so it will look like a bronzer. So now I'm gonna blend all this out, and I blend out all of my cream bronzer products with the ELF powder brush. Okay, all right. This is also good for foundations. I love this brush. It has been a favorite of mine for a long time. Blend this out here up towards the blush, just like that. Okay, then right here underneath the chin area. All right, now let me blend out the nose line here. And for that, I'm strictly going to use this right here. Again, the 6 Plus flat eyeshadow brush. Okay, I'm just going to blend this out. I'm doing the same thing, but I'm just using a cream product, okay, for bronzer. Look at that. My nose already look thinner. All right, so what I like to do is look at and see, do I need to add more product? Now for me, I like to add just a little bit more of the bronzer or the CC cream and chocolate truffle, because I want it to look. Now if you want a natural like bronze look with the cream product, you need to stop right here, okay? But I want mine a little bit more intense on this side. So I'm going to add just a little bit more product. I don't need no more on my nose, okay? All right. I'm going to blend that out again with the ELF blush, or with the ELF powder brush, okay? All right. Blend this out. It blends so well. Foundations, bronzers, whatnot. This is an awesome brush from ELF. And I'm just blending it back up. Make sure you blend your bronzer up and not down, because when you do that, you kind of, if you blend the bronzer down, you're going to make your face look like it's falling, okay, or sagging. And we don't want that, okay? Blend it up always. All right. So there it is with more bronzer. As you can tell, this side is a little bit more bronzed right here than this side over here that looks a little more natural. Alright, so now what I like to do is, a lot of times I will go back over it with a powder. And this one right here is the same one as the Creamy Bronze Finish by Black Radiant Soft Focus Finishing Powder. If I don't want to intensify the bronzer that I just applied, which was that Femme Couture Get Corrected CC Cream Foundation in the shade Chocolate Truffle, then I would just add this one right here that's not too deep. But if I want a deeper bronze color, then you know what I go for? This Milk Chocolate Finish by Black Radiance. It's the Soft Focus Finishing Powder. So that's exactly what I want to do, because I want one side to look natural and the other side to look a little bit more deeper. So this is what I'm going to use, and I'm actually going to use this brush right here, the Real Techniques sculpting brush. Okay, I'm going to apply some of this product, just a little bit, and I'm going to apply it to my forehead here, down to my chin, but also blending it towards my hairline with the powder, okay? All right. Just like that. Just blend it towards the hairline. But if you like to blend it down towards your temple, you can. But I like to blend the bronzer shade towards my hairline. There you go. You see it's deeper toned. Okay. Underneath the product underneath my cheekbone. Okay. Underneath my cheekbone, but blend it up just like this. Just like that. Alright, and remember, don't go no further than about this far with the bronzer, because if you go on in towards your lip, it can be, sometimes it's pretty, it just depends, okay? It just depends on the look, but I'm just saying, you have to be careful how far you go in with the bronzer underneath the cheekbone. Just apply a little bit underneath the chin. Just like that. There we go on that side. Now let me go ahead and do this nose on the side here with the powder. Just add a little bit of that powder. Okay, see there? Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to use the same highlighting powder that I used, the Femme Couture Mineral Effects in Fairy Light. Clean up this bronzer on this side of the nose. Remember to go up to the corner of the eye, where your inner tear duct is located, go up to that area so you can brighten all that up. So, because the bronzer can get up there and you can look like you have extenuate your dark circles or whatnot, or the dark, because you know we're a little dark right here where the inner corner of the eye is located. So yeah, I like to add a little highlight right there. All right, now I'm going to go over the bronzer line. You can tell I've cleaned it up just by looking. Okay, I'm going to clean this up just a little bit to brighten it. Just a little bit. Because this side's going to be like a deeper bronzy look. So I'm not going to brighten it up too much. Just a little bit. Putting some of that underneath this powder and Fairy Light underneath my eyes just to brighten that area up. Blending the color on into the bronzer side on my temple area. And to be honest, you don't have to go as far down as your temples if you don't want to. You can stop like right here on the forehead if you want to. But to me, when you bring it down to the temples, it slims the face, okay? That's just what it looks like for me. All right, so I'll blend that out a good bit, but it's still a little deeper on this side of my nose than this side. This side looks more natural. This side you can definitely see the bronzer a good bit, but I like that look sometimes. It doesn't bother me to show my bronze lines. You know, it don't bother me. Okay. So now what I like to do, because I apply the bronzer with a powder brush like this and like this underneath my cheekbone, I like to grab a light powder like this one. Once again, the Femme Couture Mineral Effects Fairy Light. And what I do is I take a brush like this, a flat eyeshadow brush like this that I use for to contour my nose. And I like to go right underneath my cheekbone just to straighten out that bronzer line. Make it more precise. And even go around like this, touching my nose and going back to the line, just to make that line a little bit more precise or a little straight. And to me, it looks very good that way. All right, I'm going to do this side. You'll be able to see this side better because the bronzer is a little bit deeper tone. All right. Because if your bronzer is too low, once again, it will make your face look saggy. So that's why I do this. Especially with my face being longer on the bottom, I think it's very important to do this step. And then just go around like that, like a C or a U. If you have cheeks like I do, I have like really noticeable cheeks, okay? Look at this. So to make the bronzer line look really, really precise, it looks good to do that. Now look at this side. Look at this side where I applied the highlighting powder. It just made that line very straight. And even around my cheeks, it looks lifted. Like my blush and my bronzer look lifted and not saggy looking. Okay? And my face looks smaller. That's the whole point of contouring or bronzing up, is to extenuate your features or to show your features, and also to, if you want to slim your face. You know, it's just to enhance the features of your face. Okay, that's what it's made for. That's what people do it for. Okay, I know I do it I know that I do it that way. Like if I want my face to appear smaller, I'll grab some bronzer. If my face is swollen, I'm gonna grab some bronzer. So yes, that's what it does. But yeah, you guys, as far as me applying more highlight underneath my eyes, I could do that as well. So I'm gonna grab this brush by ELF, contour brush, and just once again drag that highlight color down to where my blush is located on my cheeks. All right, I'm satisfied with that. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the highlight color on top of my cheeks. The same thing, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator Blush and Highlight. Gonna add that to the top of my cheeks. Swirl this around in all the 4 shades here, or 5 shades. No, it's 4 shades, okay? And then just apply that to the top of my cheeks right here on this side. Get that little glow, that little shine, and even apply it right here on top of my brow area. And now what I like to do too, and some people may not like this, but I like to add my highlighter, add some of that product onto my brush, and apply some right here in this area of the face on my forehead. This is actually brightening certain areas of my face and giving it a glow. Hope you can see that. It's very beautiful. You can actually apply some on your chin as well. Give a little highlight down there. And you can apply it to the bridge of the nose, but I think my bridge of my nose is highlighted enough with the Femme Couture Mineral Effects Fairy Light Powder. But you can do that and you don't have to do it. But I like to do it if I'm going to get like into that bronzing thing. But this is just a simple way of bronzing, you guys. And so yeah, I am done. That's just how I like to do it. And yeah, I am done with this. Okay, this is how it looks on this side as far as the bronzing technique. It's how it looks on this side, like a natural bronzy look. And this is how it looks on this side, which is more of a deeper tone bronzing. Now I can make this side more deeper, but you know, I feel like, you know, I don't want it to look too much two-toned, but I just want to give you an idea. You can add more product, you can add more bronzer. It depends on what you like, and if you like it, that's all that matters. And one thing I want to tell you about the creamy bronzer, I normally don't like to take this down my neck, okay? So I also just grab that milk chocolate finish powder. Grab this brush, grab a little bit, and just bring it on down the neck as well on this side. Okay. There we go. There's the complete look. That's the bronzing, okay, you guys? That's just how I do it, okay? And also with that same powder or whatnot, I just, if I want to bring out that bronzer line a little bit strong, a little bit of that powder, and go right on top of that other color, and you'll see the bronzer line on this side of my nose. It's a little deeper than this side. This side's a little bit more natural. Okay, I see it just plain as day. But look how narrow my nose look. Okay, look at how narrow my face look. My face doesn't look as long because I do have my face from here down is long. I have like an oblong type of face structure. But with bronzer, I can change that in a sense, at least for a few hours until I take everything off. Okay, but anyways, this is the way I bronze. It's very simple, very easy. I don't get into that all of that hard technique or whatnot. I just think it just looks simple just like this, okay? And what I do now is I set everything with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Spray Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray. Just spray some of this on my face and even on my neck, just a little bit. All right, 1 minute. Okay, so yeah, you guys, this is a look. I just pulled off my headband and just kind of scraped over my hair. I'm gonna leave my hair in a bun, okay? But anyways, this is the way it looks with my hair down without the headband. This is how my face look. I like the way I contoured my face or bronzed my face. So I hope you all enjoy this video, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below if you like, and share and subscribe. I would really like that, okay? Really love that. And so yeah, I just thought I would come in and do this because I was requested to do this, and I hope you all enjoy this video. And there will be more videos for next week. I'll try to make 2, but you know I promise to do 1 on this channel. All right, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. So you are beautiful and stay beautiful. Mwah. Bye-bye. Bye.